Hello, everyone. I'm Jean-Claude BeyondMystic, and welcome to this special episode of Tarot by Janine without Janine. I'll explain that in a moment. In the meantime, you can find my co-host here tonight at Maison Jupiter on YouTube and also on the web at maisonjupiter.com. Julie, welcome to the show.
Hey, Jean-Claude, how are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
Very good, very good.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us here tonight. We are simulcasting on my channel here at Beyond Mystic and also on Janine's channel tonight. If you're not aware already, Janine posted on her Telegram yesterday that her mummy passed away. And so I know a lot of you are in the chat now sending your love and ravens and condolences to Janine, and we really appreciate that. I know she does as well. Janine, of course, is taking a break from the show. We thought we'd do the show here tonight and save the time slot and give you a few updates as to what's going on and how we can support Janine. And we'll also talk about some of the astrology here for the new year starting March 20th. And we'll also take your questions from the astrological viewpoint, of course, this evening, and maybe also some cards. But Julie, first things first, what would you say to the audience members and to Janine also going through this difficult time tonight?
Well, yeah, this is a hard moment, I think, for Janine, for her family, for sure. And I feel like all the audience is we're so connected with every one of you. So thank you so much for all your messages. I was reading in the chat earlier. I'm sure Janine is feeling all this love. So thank you, everybody.
Yeah, and I have to admit, I was a little bit choked up yesterday. She told me she had gotten the call yesterday and she was frantically driving. It's a couple of hours away for her to see her mom. And she did send me another message earlier today to confirm that she wasn't there. In fact, there with her mom when she passed last night. So she was with her. And she says that a huge eagle spirit took her soul just before she officially left the earth plane,
Oh,
quote
wow.
unquote. So Janine sent me that earlier today. My heart goes out to her. I just, Janine is such a blessing and such a friend and such a partner and such a spirit here on this plane, this earth plane. And I'm so happy to do the work with her. And my heart just breaks today, just knowing that she's going through this. But of course, many of us are going through this in many different ways. And as we were just saying on Monday night, we're going to go through more of this as we continue into 2022 and 2023. If you look at some of the predictive models from Armstrong Economics, he was also talking about some difficult numbers to digest, but nonetheless, they are there in the predictive models. The predictive linguistics also are talking about this. But never mind the models, we are all now feeling the effects of all of this. And we all know people in our family or in our circle of friends. And my heart goes out to each and every one of you tonight also, knowing that this is part of the new reality that has been imposed upon us. So difficult times indeed.
Well said. Well said. It's happening to Janine right now, but I'm sure a lot of people in the audience and in the chat right now have felt similar situations. So yeah, we're thinking about you too.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for the comments. We're going to try to do a show tonight and spend a little bit of time for you guys as well. I think the comments are passing so fast, but thank you. And I'll make sure to send this to Janine so you can see all of your beautiful comments also. I did forward a lot of the emails you guys sent me today, also trying to reach Janine. So I did forward those to Janine. What else can I say? Oh, yes. Let me bring some items of, I guess, administration here to the table. Janine and I were supposed to record this Astro Woo Finance with Julie here, as well as the Beyond Crypto Woo. This was going to be the outlook for the month of April. We were recording that this week, but of course, that now has been postponed. We're going to give Janine time here to recalibrate. And so I'm not sure yet when we're going to be recording those episodes. But what I've done in the meantime here is I put up a coupon code of SAVE22 for the current episode that is now on pay-per-view if you haven't already seen it. So SAVE22 will give you 22% off here of this March edition of the Beyond Crypto Woo. Lots of information there, still very much valid for the month of March. And also here on the Astro Woo Finance, also another 22% discount on that one. And maybe just check the Insider Access Pass in the next couple of days as I reconnect with Janine and we see how she's feeling here. I'll try to give you an update as to when we're going to be recording now the April forecasts for you guys. Okay, on a note of positivity, tonight we have a beautiful pyramid donation here from Carla from Ascension Organite. This pyramid is named Carmen, and let's see what Carla has to say.
Hi everyone, this is Carla from Ascension Organites. Today I wanted to show you this beautiful piece I made. Her name is Carmen. So Carmen is made of tiger's eye crystal and brass metals. Tiger's eye is known to be like the strength stone. I think of it also as a protective piece or a protection stone. So I would place Carmen somewhere around the entrance of your house or the entrance of your workspace, just anywhere that you wanted to be protected. She also has the flower of life in gold. I wanted to take this quick opportunity to thank each and every one of you for all the orders that I've received and for all the messages that I've received. I am overwhelmed with love and gratitude for each and every one of you. I am working really hard in fulfilling all the orders and making changes so that I can get them out to you faster. But obviously, I'm going to take some time with some of them just to make sure that each piece is made correctly and the right way. So thank you so much for everything, and I hope you like her.
There you go. So that's Carmen from Ascension Organite from Carla. If you guys want to take the advantage of this coupon code here, save 10%. The coupon code is BeyondMystic, and you can find Carla's amazing creations here at ascensionorganites.com. I'm having trouble speaking tonight.
Oh, me too.
A little bit overwhelmed. And of course, I was overwhelmed before we started the show. And as I'm reading all of your comments, I'm a little bit even more overwhelmed. So bear with me, guys. Okay, so that's the pyramid. Let me scratch that off my list here. And the Astro Woo, Beyond Crypto Woo, we did. Okay, why don't we switch gears, Julie, and let's talk about this new year and what perhaps outlook we can expect here for 2022, starting, of course, in the astrological new year of March 20th.
Yeah, I thought I was going to bring some hope and positivity. I think we all need it very much. So in the astrology, the real start of the new year is on March 20th. So this is this weekend. So because the sun is going to move into the first zodiac sign, which is the sign of Aries. So Aries is infused with energy, vitality. It's good for starting projects, good for having new ideas, feeling renewed. It's really, really much connected to this rebirth energy. And also it coincides with the spring equinox for the Northern Hemisphere, but it's the equinox. So the start of the spring, so the start of the renewal season. So in astrology, we celebrate the new year, March 20th. So it falls on March 20th this year. As I said, it's going to be super good for having new vitality, new energy. And we've been told the real start of the year was on January 1st. So you're going to notice, if you're really in tune with the energy, on January 1st, we don't really feel like a breath of fresh air. It's not really like a new type of energy, because on January 1st, it's Capricorn season and it's the 10th sign of the zodiac. So we're finishing off the year while we're in Capricorn season. So when we're going to start this real new year on March 20th, you're going to feel a lot more inspired and motivated also, because Aries is ruled by Mars. So it's very much physical energy, pioneering energy, starting a new project, new things. So this is really interesting, and I'm very hopeful for that new year, because it's like a new energy, a new start, so to say. Mm-hmm. Also, I did a little research, because this equinox is connected in the pagan tradition to what we call Ostara in the pagan traditions. So the Christian holiday of Easter was inspired by Ostara in the pagan tradition. So it's all very much connected to egg symbology, because it's the time of rebirth, renewal, and it was the holiday celebrating the god and goddess. And it's very much connected also to Mother Earth. And it makes sense because it's the renewal of the earth also during spring. So Mother Earth is waking up, and it's also a great time for spiritual growth. So I said all that because I think it's going to be a very powerful time for manifestation, for new intentions. So we were told to do that on January 1st, but we should actually do that on March 20th and around that date. So great tools you could use to manifest some intentions for your future are create a vision board. So that's something I really like to do usually. Vision board, or write down your intentions for the new astrological year. Also, working with egg-shaped crystals is really good because you can infuse your intentions in those, and they carry energy. Also, yoni eggs are egg-shaped crystals. So anything that is related to eggs is related to rebirth and infusing that new energy in it. And we have a full moon in 2 days, so on Friday the 18th. So it's going to be the last full moon of the astrological year, so you can recharge all your crystals that you want to work with for the new astrological year. So that's going to be on Friday. And on Sunday, this is going to be the new astrological year. So you can use your crystals, infuse your intentions in them. Also, I like to create crystal grids usually. I really like that way of manifesting. Or as Janine would like to say, create an altar too is a really, really good manifestation tool also.
Wow. Okay, exciting times. And Violet Biggs says, wait, isn't that JC's birthday?
Yes, our favorite Aries.
My favorite Aries. Hey,
Yeah.
wait a second. I got something today. I believe it's
Yeah.
from, I went to the post, well, Sarah went to the post office today, and she was kind enough to pick up all my things. But wait, okay, so Violet Biggs, I did get your package for
Ooh.
Janine.
Have to check
So
my
thank you for that. I will be adding that to the box, and I'll do another unboxing here in the next couple of days. But Violet Biggs, I did get your present, and I still have a box full of things for Janine. But she told me originally she was going to set up a post office box this week, but of course, it's probably going to be delayed a little bit here. So I'll keep you posted as we go here for the next couple of days. Julie, speaking of the new year, you have just now today recorded the next 12 episodes here for the Zodiac with your lovely sister Sophie. When is that going to be up here on Maison Jupiter for the audience?
Tomorrow, most likely. I have to do the upload and the montage of everything. But yeah, it's going to be there tomorrow. So we're talking about this new astrological year for each of the zodiac signs. So I think it's going to be really important information for the 12 signs, and it's in English. I know you're going to be happy about it. So it's the first time we do all zodiac signs in English. Yeah.
Whoa, that's going to be cool. All right. So tomorrow, hopefully, if not tomorrow, Friday. I know it takes a lot of time to crunch 12 videos there, but okay. So hopefully tomorrow we'll keep our fingers crossed. Guys, do go check it out here at Maison Jupiter on YouTube. And while you're there, please remember also to like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to bring up Julie's numbers here on the subscription. Now, in terms of subscriptions as well, if you haven't noticed, also, we're on this campaign here to reach 100,000 on Janine's YouTube channel, Descending Ravens YouTube here. I believe she said by May, right? Was that what she said, Julie?
Yeah, she said May she wants to get to 100K. Yeah.
Okay, so guys,
so the new year is a great manifestation time for that. So both JC and Janine want to up their numbers.
Triple manifestation power. Okay, so let me bring that link, guys. If you're watching this now on either Maison Jupiter or BeyondMystic, please do go and subscribe here to Sending Ravens and see if we can pump up those numbers as well. Okay, we have a few more things I guess I can ask you, Julie, but are you interested in maybe taking some viewer questions from an astrological standpoint? Okay, what do we need here? We need just the ascending sign. How do you want them to phrase the question to you, basically?
So maybe just ask a question about your personal life, what you would like to know, and also include your rising sign, so I can know where the planets are in your chart and what houses they are right now. So it's going to help me answer your question.
Okay, so for example, am I going to get a raise in the month of April? I'm an Aries rising. It's short like that, but to the point. Does that work?
That would be great.
Okay. So guys, you heard it. I will be picking questions, of course, from the Insider Access Pass on the Discord chat, from the PayPal tip jar as well, and of course also here from the live stream as well. So a big thank you to everyone who do support us on this PayPal tip jar donation. And of course, tonight's gift and lucky winner will be receiving Carmen from Ascension Organites. Okay, rising sign, what is that? Oh, good question before we go. Julie, explain that.
Well, rising sign, it's also called the ascendant. So you need, in order to know your rising sign, you need to know your time of birth, because we need to do a birth chart for you with your place of birth, time of birth, and also day of birth and year. So it changes every 2 hours, so that's why we need the time of birth. And it's also going to define the placement of your houses. So, for example, we're having a full moon this Friday in the sign of Virgo. So this full moon is going to be at 27 degrees of Virgo for everybody, for the collective energy. But the difference is you're going to experience it in a different way, whether it falls in your first house, second house, third house of your birth chart. There's 12 houses in your birth chart, and they all represent a different aspect of your life. So you're going to experience this full moon in a different nuance, whether it's in your first house, second house, seventh house, for example. So that's why time of birth, rising sign is kind of important. But if you don't have it, you can put your sun sign as well.
Okay, sounds good. And if, of course, you guys do want your own personalized birth charts, Julie, of course, is a graphic designer. She makes these by hand and personalized to you. You can find those on maisonjupiter.com, and there you're looking for the personalized birth charts. And there as well, we have a coupon code somewhere. There you go. BeyondMystic will give you another 10% off. Either the bookings with Sophie, we'll talk about that, and also the episode that's coming out tomorrow, the Divine Feminine Oracles show tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, so don't miss that. And of course, you can also get the 10% on the birth charts, as we just said. Okay, so let me get the first question. Actually, we'll take it from the live chat here, Julie. Question from V Gunn. I have a job interview tomorrow. Okay, pretty close. What's the outlook? Scorpio with a Libra rising. Thank you and much.
Okay, so job interview. I got Libra rising. Okay. So we've got this full moon that's going to be Friday, so that's pretty close to tomorrow.
Julie,
I'll check.
Julie, yeah. do you want me to put up that? You want to put up the visuals on your side too?
Sure.
That could help, screen, right? So the audience can see what we're talking about here. Because for some people, they might have their birth chart with them, and they might be also a Libra rising, so they might be interested in what you have to say that for them as well. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm just trying to find. Yeah. Okay, so right now the moon is here at 10 degrees Virgo. As you can see, that's the chart for now. And it's going to be at 27 degrees, so about here, very close to your rising sign, to your ascendant. So that's going to be the full moon. So that I would say that's looking pretty good, because whenever we've got a full moon, it brings something to completion, so you can see the results of your action. And the full moon in the sign of Virgo is work, Virgo's daily routine, and is going to be really close to your ascendant. So you personally is going to be touched by this full moon. So looking at your chart solely, I think it's a good omen for that. I'll just check with the tarot cards. Maybe this one, just to make sure.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I've got third house, so Gemini energy. So I would say
a glare from your light there. Hold on.
I would say yes. If you have time to do some research on what they're looking for, because it's the cards representing the third house of Gemini, of researching, of intellect. So if you have time to do your homeworks for this interview, I know it's really short, but if you have time to research what they're looking for, some good things you should say about like the company or qualities they're looking for, that I think it should be a yes.
Okay, very good. Let's move now to the first PayPal tip jar. Hold on. Patty says, would love to hear about my relationships with my siblings coming forward and what my Leo sign will bring me.
Okay.
Relationships with my siblings coming forward.
Okay, so we don't have the rising sign, but we do have the sun sign. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll read for the rising sign of Leo, since we don't have the sun sign. So siblings is usually the third house. So right now, we don't have anything in the sign of Libra, of the third house. But we do have good relationship energy here. We've got Venus and Mars almost in a conjunction in your seventh house. So friendships are really good. And the seventh house is also talking about all sorts of relationships. Okay, there's going to be a harder aspect, although for relationships, because Mars and Venus are going to square directly the planet Uranus, which is going to be in your 10th house in just a few days. So this is going to be harder, but I would say mostly for friendships more than sibling relationships. But any relationship that you're going to feel like you feel stuck in it, because Uranus is going to want some change and some fresh energy in relationships. So anything that you feel stuck, like you cannot evolve in it, any kind of relationship, it's going to be a hard aspect in a few days. So I don't know if the situation with your sibling is, but all types of relationship where you feel stuck, you feel like you can't really express your true self because it doesn't let you evolve, it's going to be a harder aspect. But for other relationship, I think it's a good placement for you.
Okay, very good. And V Dunn says, thank you so much. I'll keep you posted. Valerie, okay. The previous questioner.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, someone said use your cursor. I'm sorry, I was using my cursor, but on the screen and not on my chart. I'll do it correctly next time.
Okay, yeah, we're all a bit discombobulated tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, next question I'll take from the Insider Access Pass. Susan, 1111. Question. Okay, so she's a Virgo rising, Aries sun. Real estate. Any real estate information for me? Moving in May, but it's temporary. When is the best time for me long-term move? Thank you. So anything with respect to moving, with traveling, with real estate for a Virgo rising by the name of Susan.
Okay. So, attends. Okay, here we go. So you said Virgo rising. Can you repeat the sun sign?
Aries sun.
Aries sun. Okay. So usually when it's related to home, we look at the 4th house. So here we don't have any planets in it right now. Also, 3rd house could be talking about moving. But since the ruler of your 4th house is Jupiter and it's in your 7th house, it's a really good energy in order to move with someone. If you're doing that in collaboration with someone or in a partnership, in a relationship, it's a really good energy for that, because we've got both your rulers of your 4th house and your 7th house, which are Jupiter and Neptune, really close to each other in your 7th house. So that's beautiful energy. And also, I don't know if it's a place close to water, but if that's the case, then it's going to be really good for you also. And the exact conjunction between Jupiter and Neptune is going to be on April 12th, but we're already in this orb of influence. So I think, this is a really good energy for buying a new property or moving into another one. But I would keep the relationship idea in mind, because it has to do in partnerships.
Okay. Okay, very good. There's a good question here, not astrologically speaking, but maybe Julie, you can pull some cards. Kay Hillman, can we pull some cards for advice to support Janine at this time? What can the
Oh, for sure.
universe or your oracle deck share with the audience? That's a great thought. Thank you so much, Kay. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'll pull some an oracle card. Okay. Ah, I love that. Okay. I don't know if we're okay. I think we can see. It's I picked the card Sisterhood of the Rose. So it's a beautiful oracle card. It's called the Work Your Light Oracle deck. So it says beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. So it's really like a sisterhood priestess type of energy. So I feel like there's like a powerful feminine energy supporting her right now. I don't know if it's her sisters and probably her soul sisters also from this community, from the BeyondMystic and Sending Ravens community. But I feel like she's got a lot of divine feminine energy supporting her right now. It's like a priestess community.
Wow. Just want to give her a big hug right now.
Don't cry, because you're gonna make me cry.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Well, of course, guys, if you're just joining us now and you missed the beginning of the show, Julie and I are trying to hold the fort here tonight. Of course, Janine's mother passed away yesterday, and she's taking a couple days to be with her family and friends here during this difficult time. So Julie and I decided to come up, give you guys some updates, and answer a few astrological questions here to try to bring the morale up and keep us going here in these trying times, for sure. So thank you, everyone, for being here, and thank you again for all those amazing comments on the screen. You guys are absolutely blowing my mind, and I'm sure Janine, you're going to make her cry as well by reading all of this. A big thank you to all of you. And please, if you're watching this also on replay, please put them in the comments for Janine to see them after the show as well. Okay, a big thank you.
Sending lots of love to Janine. If you're watching, we love you.
Absolutely. Okay.
Okay, and if I can say, we were talking earlier about the start of the new astrological year on March 20th, which coincide with your birthday. It's pretty special to have a birthday at 0 degrees as you have, because you have the sun at 0 degree of the sign of Aries. So
I didn't ask any questions. We can take questions from the audience members.
I'm reading. I'm reading for you. But in astrology, they say that if you have a planet at 0 degree of one sign, it's going to emphasize a lot more the placement of its sign. So for you, the Aries energy is emphasized like tenfold. So I thought it was pretty interesting. So if that's your case, if you have your sun or other planet at 0 degrees, please comment. You're gonna see that it's very it's a special placement. It's like a power placement for a planet.
Okay. Thank you. Tony says, yeah, JC, you're a rock star at 0 degrees.
Yeah.
Makes me think of that song, the Metallica song, Where's Your Crown, King Nothing? No. I'm just joking.
I don't know this one.
Okay. All right. Gemini, Sun, Virgo rising. Okay, so a Virgo rising. General would be great. Sorry, Janine, to happy birthday, JC. Julie is awesome as well. Okay, Sherry. So general reading for Sherry. Let's say for the month or for the next couple of weeks here. Virgo rising. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot to bring that up on the screen. This one here.
Got it. Okay. So Virgo rising. Yeah. Okay. For Virgo rising, well, we have the full moon on Friday in your sign, so it's going to fall in your first house. So that's very exciting. Full moon always bring some kind of closure. So we're like reaping the rewards of a cycle. And with Virgo, it has to do very much with work, with daily routines, and also health. So you're going to be able to see some rewards. If you've been working hard, it's going to be obviously more positive. If not, sometimes we have some things that come to light in order for us to heal and take care of. But what I love about this placement is that you have all these planets in your 7th house, which is the house of partnerships and relationships. So right now you have the Sun, you have Neptune, you have Jupiter and Mercury all in your 7th house. 7th house of relationship partnerships. So it's like a blessed energy with everything that you do with other people. It's going to be blessed, like lots of benediction. So Jupiter is like the great benefactor in the astrology, and it's falling right now in your 7th house prior to this exact conjunction between Jupiter and Neptune that we're going to have on April 12, as I was saying earlier. So everything that is connected to new collaborations, new partnerships, but also old partnerships, but reinfusing them with more spiritual energy, more awakening energy. Also, if you have spiritual practices that you like to do with your partner, this is going to be a great energy. So I really like that about for Virgo risings.
Okay. And Pop D Bop says, seems like there's a lot of Virgos in here. What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing all the questions in the Insider Access Pass too. Okay.
Maybe because I'm here, because I have a Virgo sun, so maybe I'm
maybe.
Yeah.
Very good. Joseph Rocco. Thank you, Joseph Rocco. He's asking a good question here. Do we ever rise above our sign of the zodiac, or do we carry that with us through our many lives?
Well, that's very interesting. Very interesting. Well, there's a few theories on that topic. So I heard once that we would incarnate in one of the in each zodiac sign in reverse order than we're used to with the zodiac. So that's what I heard. I don't know if it's true, but in each life you would incarnate in, like, let's say this time I'm a Virgo sun, so the previous life I would be a Leo sun, and the one before would be a Cancer sun, in order for you to learn all those lessons of the zodiac and integrate all of them. So this is one theory. I don't know if it's true. But I don't think for sure we're always incarnating the same zodiac signs, because they carry different qualities from the one before and after. So it's truly like an evolution of lessons you have to learn. And also what I think is important to say here, regarding your sun placements, or your sign, your astrological sign that it's your sun placement. So for example, I'm a Virgo sun. Sometimes, like, Virgo is supposed to be super clean, super organized, very hardworking, very perfectionist. But sometimes you don't feel like that, and you feel like, I don't align with my sun sign. So, but you were born in that precise alignment of the sun in order for you to learn those qualities. So you don't have them already. Sometimes you have to learn them. Like, I was very messy when I was a teenager. Very messy. I had a very messy room. You can ask my mom. So, and I had to learn those qualities, how to organize myself, So for example, if you're born a Cancer and you're supposed to be a really good housekeeper and cook, but sometimes that's not the case, because you have to learn those qualities during that lifetime.
Gotcha. Well, when let me go back to Jay's question here. Hold on. Let's see if I can bring this back on the screen. When I first read the first part, I'm like, oh, let me re-ask that question the way I saw it. Is it possible to transcend your sign in this lifetime? Do people do that?
To my knowledge, no, because let's say one sign has like a whole spectrum of frequencies. Okay, so there's the lower frequency expression of one sign, but you have like the best possible expression of this sign too. Okay, so that's why, for example, they say Scorpio, oh my God, it's so bad. The worst expression of Scorpio is really bad, but also like the highest expression of Scorpio is really high, So the goal of this is to go through a higher frequency expression of one sign.
Gotcha.
So for example, if you're really in the low expression of Scorpio, It would be you're really jealous, you're really possessive, or you're trying to control other people. It could also be like sex trauma. It's really profound. It's really hard and tough, deep traumas. But if you're on the higher end of expression of Scorpio, then you're a healer, because you transcended that kind of traumas and you work on yourself so you could be a healer and help other people do the same thing.
Janine was saying exactly that in an episode there a couple of weeks ago. Wow. Ooh, okay. Jeanette from the Insider Access Pass. Is my currency investment, I'm guessing she means crypto, but is my currency investment going to come through this month? She's a Virgo sun and a Taurus rising. So Virgo sun, Taurus rising. Is my currency investment going to come through this month? From Jeanette.
Okay. Well, the positive side of it is that the 11th house, where we have all these planets, is the house of gains, of material gains. So for Taurus risings, I think it could be a possibility. And also, I've talked a lot about this Jupiter-Neptune conjunction on April 12th, but that's like the highlight moment of 2022. And it's falling in your 11th house, which is the house of gains. So I would say yes. But with Pisces, the only thing you have to watch out for is that Pisces is more of like a giving back energy. It's like a really well-balanced give and take energy. So it has to be in alignment with your core values. So I'm just giving out an example. Let's say you're unwilling, these things, but you've heard that the stocks for like, let's say, a pharmaceutical company was going to go up. So you're like, oh, whatever, I'm just gonna invest in it because I just want to make money. But then it's not in alignment with your values and what you believe in. So that energy in Pisces would be like losing everything. But it could also mean gaining a lot of money. So it has to really be in alignment with what you believe in. So I would say yes, but of course, make sure you know where you invest your money.
Okay, very good. There's a few people just joining us in the chat now, and I guess they're wondering where Janine is. So let me just do that quickly again here. Of course, if you haven't heard so already, Janine's mom passed away yesterday. So Julie and I are holding the fort here tonight, and we're trying to keep it upbeat and to share the information with you guys, and also answer a few questions here so that we can feel the time zone or the time gap here, and also stay in community and have this amazing live platform where we can share all of our condolences and heartfelt emotions for Janine and her family at this time. So a big thank you to you, all of you, for the questions in the chat. Next one here from Sarah V. Taurus Sun and Capricorn rising. So Taurus Sun, Capricorn rising. Will I find my life work? Sarah V.
Okay. So do you want to put that? Okay. I'm just going to remove a comment. Yeah. Okay. So she was asking if she was going to find her life work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, okay. That's very interesting. So when we're talking about like big life event, big changes, we have to look at the nodes of the moon, okay? So there's a north node here in your 5th house and the south node in your 11th house. So we're going to have eclipses along those houses. So for you, it's going to be 5th and 11 for 1 year and a half. And eclipses, they mean big life changes for 1 year and a half. So you're going to have to change a lot what is in alignment with you, because 5th house is like the house of creation. It's the house of new business. So if you thought about launching a new business, a new project, a new idea, that would be a really good idea to do so, because you've got the north node there, which is like your karmic path destiny for the next year and a half. That's going to be in your 5th house. So 5th house is also working with children. It's also launching a new business. And Uranus there talks about digital communities, so internet, everything that has to do with new technologies also. So connecting through internet, so maybe a digital online business. This is going to be really important for you to create something new, creation. So, and what's interesting is that the 5th house falls in your sign of Taurus, and Taurus is like building a new, like planting the seeds right now to build a stable financial abundance for the future.
Julie, somebody in the chat is saying, point to the chart as you're speaking.
I did again, but I did.
You're pointing to the wrong chart.
Okay.
Thank you. Who was
Here.
that? Captain T in the Insider Access Pass. He gently nudged me to say, "Hey, tell Julie to point at her chart."
Oh my god, I'm tired. I'm sorry I did 12 videos just before.
I know. It's been a tough couple of days. I know.
I swear I was pointing, but not in the right chart. So just here, this is the North Node.
Yeah.
Just to repeat myself a little bit. So this is the 5th house. And so this is the axis where you're going to have the eclipses if you're a Capricorn rising. So here we go.
Okay. Very good. Let me see here. Let me go back to your PayPal tip jar. There was Jesus was asking a question. Hold on. Can I center this on the screen? Where's not mine? There we go. Okay. Jesus Perez. Thank you, Julie, Jean-Claude, and my condolences to Janine. Thank you, Jesus. I wanted to know what I would expect in the coming months. He's, wait, how does he write this? Ascending sign, Leo rising, Virgo. That makes sense? So Leo rising? Okay.
So he said what to expect in the coming months. Okay.
Generally speaking. Okay, let me bring yours back up.
Okay. Well, what to expect in the coming months? Okay. Okay, now I'm pointing in the right direction. Can you see?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay. So this very important conjunction between Jupiter and Neptune is going to fall in your 8th house. And we have right now the Sun and Mercury is in your 8th house too. So this is a house that's going to be very much emphasized for you. And all themes related to 8th house are transformation. So working on on yourself, working with your shadow self. For many people, it means either going to therapy or just doing more spiritual work on yourself. 8th house is also the house of intimacy, sexuality. It's the house of Kundalini awakening. So there's a great potential for that, for spiritual evolution in your intimacy or sacred sexuality. And also 8th house, another meaning of this house could be money, but money coming to you. So that's a great potential for that with Jupiter. And we're going to have Venus later on joining Jupiter, which are both financial planets. So it's like an energy of like reaping the rewards that could be very positive too in your 8th house.
Okay, very good. Let's see if we can bring this one up. Susan Jones. Oh, hold on. I have to change deck here. Susan Jones. Hi, JC Julie. My question is whether I'll be opening up a holistic healing center. I'm a Capricorn with a Virgo rising and Aquarius moon. Love the chart Julie did for me. Oh, okay. She got her own astrological birth chart. Amazing. And while Julie pulls up the Virgo rising here for Susan, don't forget, guys, you can get a 10% coupon code here on the birth charts, and you can find those at maisonjupiter.com. Julie, what do we have for Susan?
Well, what I love about that is that all the planets I was talking about are in the sign of Pisces. So Jupiter and Neptune are very spiritual and healing planets in the sign of Pisces. Pisces is the sign of healing. So I would say if you're thinking about launching that business with someone else, it's going to be very much favored because it falls in your 7th house. Pisces healing, it falls in your 7th house, which is the house of partnerships and relationships. So for launching this project with someone, I think it's going to be very, very, very positive. And so April 12, we're going to have the exact conjunction between Jupiter and Neptune. Neptune is the planet of healing, and Jupiter can talk about abundance. It can also talk about being a mentor, a guide, and also a teacher. So yeah, I think you have all the good energies for that.
Wow. Okay. Really cool. Let me see if I can get another question here from the Insider guys, and then I'll get back to you, the PayPal tip jar. And how much time do we have left? How's your energy, Julie? We're 44 minutes in right now. How much more do you want to do? What do you feel like? An hour, another 2-3 hours max?
Oh my God.
I know you recorded 12 episodes today.
Yeah, a couple hours is fine. It's fine with me.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. We'll do a couple more, guys. Let me see here. Let me go back down and scan this one. There was a good one here about funds getting low. It just rolled off my screen. Where was that?
And can I just add something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll just make sure that my chart. Oh, okay.
Oh, you want to put the chart back on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, please.
Okay, hold on. Wait, there you go.
Okay, thanks. Well, I just wanted to say that we're going to have eclipses soon. So there's going to be 2 eclipses coming end of April. So April 30th and May 16. So they always come in pairs, and we're going to have 4 in total in the year of 2022. But these 2 first one, it's called like the season of eclipses. So the first season of eclipses that we're going to have is pretty soon. And usually those eclipses have an orb of influence of a month before. So we're kind of already in this orb of influence. And why I talk so much about eclipses is that they usher big life changes and big fated changes in the collective, but also in our personal lives. And it's going to happen along the lunar nodes. So meaning I was pointing in the right chart. Okay. So again, in the Taurus and Scorpio axis, so the nodes it looks like little horseshoes. These are the lunar nodes. And so the eclipses are going to happen along this axis for a year and a half. So until mid-2023. So we're all going to be asked to change and transform what is in this eclipse axis. So this is the financial axis with the Scorpio and Taurus. So I know we spoke a lot about it in the Astro Finance. And so depending on what house it falls in your birth chart, you're going to see like the same kind of themes coming up again in the same year and a half. So it's really interesting. And usually eclipses, it's like a change of jobs, change of relationship, a change of place of living. It could be more like psychological stuff too, but usually they usher in like big external life changes. So there are really like crucial points in our evolution. So we're already in this orb of influence right now, but the Q dates are going to be April 30th and May 16th. So. And we talk about it with Sophie in our videos, so go watch them tomorrow.
Tomorrow, if all goes well, on Maison Jupiter, yes, all of those 12 zodiac signs will be up for the first time in English. So guys, do go check that out, and please do like, share, and subscribe there on the channel. She's at 2,830 subs. Let's pump it up at least over 3,000 here tonight. Come on, give me a hand. Let me bring that down in the live chat. So you can just click on it. Go click on that subscribe button. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, Sacred Spiral. Sylvia is asking a question in the Insider Access Pass. She's asking, question. Funds are getting low. Do I focus on getting a job or focus on my spiritual healing business? ? She is a Scorpio rising, Taurus sun. Thank you, JC and Julie. Scorpio rising, Taurus sun. Should she focus on getting a job to replenish the low funds?
Oh, wow.
Or
the answer is clear.
Okay, let me bring that up. Oh, hold on. At the screen. There you go.
Okay. So Scorpio, for all Scorpio risings, you're going to see many, many planets in your 5th house right now. And 5th house is the house of your own business, of your own creations. I'm having echo. I can hear. Okay. So,
hold on. I'll mute myself. Go.
Okay. I think we're good now. Okay. So fifth house is the house of original creation. So anything that stems from you and that you wish to create, put out in the world. So it could be a child, but it could also be any kind of creative idea and projects. So fifth house is always related to your own business or your own projects that you start. So with the question that you just asked, for me, it's pretty clear that you have to invest in your own project, in your own business. And especially, I don't remember exactly the words JC said, but I remember it was about spirituality and healing, if I'm not
Hold on.
mistaken.
She said her funds are getting low. Do I focus on getting a job or focus on my spiritual healing business?
So yeah, so all these planets are saying spiritual healing, and it's in your fifth house of business. So yeah, I would say the latter. And because also we've got Jupiter, which is the planet of material abundance, it's going to favor a lot all people that are working in the spiritual and healing businesses for the times to come. So yes.
Remind the audience also that alignment started, I believe, on December 29th.
You're so good. You remember all the dates. Wow. So yeah, exactly. On December 29, Jupiter moved into the sign of Pisces.
Wow.
And all the astrologer and spiritual people were really excited about it because it's kind of a reversal of situation, if you wish, because before then, we tend to believe that you would make more money doing more of the like corporate job things, 9 to 5, like the kind of how can we say that, like the kind of traditional corporate stuff. But since Jupiter moves into the sign of Pisces, it kind of favored the other way around. So it's more like the underdogs, the people that work in service to others, in service to humanity, that are favored financially as well, not just like energy wise, but I mean in a real type of financial abundance kind of way. So this is like an amazing transit for that. And yeah, I'm really excited about it too.
It's a good year for sure.
Yeah.
Delberta, in case you need it for my question, I'm a Leo sun. You know what? She typed that in just as I was going to bring up her question from PayPal. She must be psychic.
You're
Hold
connected.
on. So I'm just going to show you. Share screen. I'm right there. Wait, hold on. Share screen. Right? She's right there on the screen. Okay, so Delberta. Okay, wait. She's Aquarius. Wait, is that right? What did you say?
Aquarius rising.
Oh, she says Leo sun. Oh, okay. Do we need this? No, we don't need the sun, eh? Just Aquarius rising. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, love you all. Thank you, Delberta. I am an energy healer. Does moving to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico serve my highest and best good? And is it this year a time to move? Hubby and I are 55 and ready to move from the US. Thank you. So Aquarius rising.
And Leo
is
sun.
it time to move to Mexico, Cabo?
Okay, let me check. I think I'll need the card.
Isn't it odd that of all the people in the live chat, like I saw that and I brought that? It's so weird. So thank you, Delberta. Okay. So are we doing cards also and astrology?
Yeah, I think so. Just gonna bring up the chart. Yeah. So the same conjunction that we're talking about, and it clearly applies to your question because it has to do with spirituality and healing. So, I'm pointing in the right direction. Yeah. So it falls in your second house, which is the house of investments. So it doesn't clearly say with just the chart alone. Well, wait a minute. Yeah, it does say it. Second house talks about what you need to invest your money and energy and time in. So it really talks about spirituality, healing. So that's a yes for that. So if there is like an upfront investment that you need to do, that's going to be a great time for that. But also you've got Uranus and the North Node in your fourth house, which is the house of property. And Uranus wants change and wants to move and wants to travel abroad. So yeah, in the videos I just did with my sister, I said that lots of Aquarians rising were going to move around those eclipses because eclipses, again, they bring big fated life changes. And since you have both Uranus and your North Node in your 4th house, which is your foundations, your place of living, it needs change. Uranus wants to change things. And also the North Node, it means that it's going to be in alignment with your evolution in future. So a big yes.
Wow. Okay, I'm reading some more comments in the chat. It's absolutely funny. Lori says, JC, you picked her question as she was typing because you're, well, beyond mystic. Okay.
Yeah,
It's a live connection, man. I tell you, it's crazy. The things that happen here live. Okay, Sacred Spiral, who you just read for, she says, wow, thank you so much. April 12 lands also on her 22nd anniversary. So,
wow,
very excited
great
about that.
date.
Yeah. Wow. So lots of stars lighting up for her, for sure. Okay, where are we at? 54. What do you think? One last question, Julie?
Yeah, sure.
You feel good about it? Okay, wait. Let me see here. Can I get Melissa? Okay. Okay, this is a cool question, I guess. There's a lot of guys, just bear with me. There's a lot of questions like these. I have to bring them up, of course, and do a mix of everything here. So Melissa asking, ascending sign is Gemini. Will March be the month I become a millionaire?
Gemini.
Typically, I get this from the Insider Access Pass people, but I'm getting it from PayPal also tonight. Hey, a big thank you to all of you PayPal donators tonight. Of course, one of you will be winning this amazing pyramid. This is a thank you from us. Of course, we can never read all the questions, but we do appreciate all the tips, and this is our way of giving back. These pyramids are somewhere between $200 and $400 each, depending on what Carla puts into them. So a really nice gift back to you guys.
Beautiful. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
It reminds me of the sea with the blue and the gold. I love it.
I love Carmen. It's a beautiful one for sure. Yes.
Yeah.
And I still have yours here. I'm gonna have to mail. Do you have a PO box too? Did you set that up already?
Yeah.
You did?
I just haven't put it on my website. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to send it there? I guess we'll do that after the show. Okay. So let's go back to Melissa's question.
So yeah, if she was going to be a millionaire. But okay, I've got a positive answer and a negative side of the answer.
Okay.
So it's not going to be that easy, but all these planets for you are in your 10th house, which is the house of career. So it means that you're going to have to work for it. So it's connected, your abundance will be connected very much to your career and work. So if you can put yourself out there in a public space, and yeah, it's going to be very important that you put some efforts, because it is in your 10th house.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you have Uranus and North Node with the eclipse coming up in your 12th house. So I'm looking at Taurus because it is the sign related to money usually. And in your 12th house, it could talk about big gains, but big losses also. And 12th house, it's more of like big losses. So you've got to be really careful when you have Uranus in your 12th house. I have a close friend that has this energy, and she's had like lots of ups and downs with her business recently, with her finances. So I was telling her, like, the best way you can channel this energy is into spiritual projects, spiritual endeavors. So I was like, start meditating, start doing something. Walking outside is great because Taurus is connected to Mother Earth. So you want to channel this Uranus in Taurus in a different way than being a financial loss. So try to connect with Mother Earth, try to do a spiritual practice in order to channel it in a best way possible.
Okay, very good. What do we do next? I don't know.
Do you want me to do a collective card pull?
Okay, let's end with that. Before I do that, wait a second. So I want to shout out Mary Elizabeth. She says her birthday is also on March 20th. She's going to be 67 years young, of course.
Oh, wow,
born in 1955 in St. John's, New Brunswick. Mary, happy birthday. Bonne fête.
Wow, that's amazing. So being born on the spring equinox is kind of amazing, because you have this creator manifester power, because the first sign of the zodiac is like the manifestation of your ideas, the pioneer energy. So you're embodying that manifesting power energy. So I love that.
Wow, that's amazing. Jim Montgomery says, hey, I loved my reading with Sophie. Jim, awesome. Sophie will be on tomorrow night. Guys, let me bring that up on the screen for you guys as well. Hold on. Where did my YouTube channel go? I think it's somewhere here. There you go. Okay, so yes, tomorrow night, Divine Feminine Oracles with, yes, guidance from Julie and Sophie. So that's going to be
it's guidance for sure.
What's that?
I said it's guidance for sure.
Guidance for sure, yes, of course. And then I'm taking a few days off, of course. It is my birthday, and Sarah is planning a little getaway surprise, I guess, for me. So that's going to be, I'm going to take a few days off this weekend, and I'll be back on the 22nd with Penny Kelly. But actually, I'll be back, it depends, probably Monday with Janine again, but later in the next couple of days here. Just check the schedule here, and we'll find out how Janine's feeling and what we can do starting next week here. All depending on her, of course. We'll give her all the time she needs. Truly, Lynn says, I love this woman. She's so amazing. And someone we can rely on. I have very good feelings about her. Thanks, JC. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Lynn.
It's amazing comments. Okay, let's do. How do you want to phrase the collective reading for the audience before we go?
So I wanted to pull a card for guidance for all of us listening.
Okay.
For the coming days, weeks.
Okay.
And I got this card, which is very much in tune with the energies of Pisces right now. It's called Transcending Duality. I'm just going to read a little bit. It says, we are transcending duality and merging into oneness. So the lady has like some sort of balance. She has the sun and the moon, the sun on one hand and the moon on the other. So I think it's very apropos with all the energies right now in the sign of Pisces, because Pisces is the sign of merging back into oneness. So it's the sign of ego dissolution. So we're trying to have less ego involved in our day-to-day interactions, and we're trying to merge more into oneness with ourselves, with other people, with the divine energy, with source. So it's really what Pisces' highest expression is about. It's very connected. And what I find funny about that is that we're going to have this full moon, which is
Christine says the card looks like you. I had the same thought there for a second. I think
yeah. Nice.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Keep going.
No, it's fine. I love your interruptions. So yeah, she has the sun opposing the moon. So it's really timely, because in 2 days we're going to have the sun opposing the moon. So it's going to be a full moon in the sign of Virgo. And it really much talk about balancing things out. So it's really and transcending duality also, for me, it's like being sometimes more of the observer than being really engaged in emotional drama. Because on full moons, it's going to be very much charged emotionally. Like it's going to be very much intense. And sometimes there can be, what's the word? Chicane?
Acrimony? Acrimony?
Yeah, I guess.
Acrimony.
Yeah. Like hiccups between people, and sometimes it's more charged emotionally. So it kind of reminds us to be more of the observer and try to have like a higher perspective of all situations on a soul level, rather than getting our ego involved.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why acrimony was bitterness or ill feeling.
I didn't know that word. You're teaching me stuff tonight.
Ask the French guy for all the English words, of course.
Well, you've got more vocabulary than I do.
Oh my God. All right. I love it. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here tonight. Thank you. I'm reading all the comments you guys have for Janine. You guys are absolutely amazing. Of course, if you're watching this on replay, please put your comments for Janine in the comment section below. And yeah, a big thank you for all of you for being here tonight, holding space, of course, for Janine and sending her love and all the ravens as she much desires and requires of us tonight. In the meantime, guys, please help her fulfill her 100K wish here on Sending Ravens, and go and subscribe to her channel here at Sending Ravens on YouTube. You can also subscribe, of course, at Tarot by Janine. In the meantime, please do help out our co-host this evening, who helped me save the show tonight, Julie at Maison.
I tried.
You did an amazing job, Julie. Julie at Maison Jupiter. Let me bring that link down. And as Jim Montgomery was saying here, absolutely loved his reading with Sophie. Let's talk about the bookings right now, Julie. What are you added something to the product list here? What's the schedule looking like for people right now who want to book a tarot personal reading with Sophie here?
So right now we were booking at the last week of April. So we kind of added new availabilities. And also Sophie was telling me that we're having lots of people that having like more urgent questions based on like they need to know right away if they're buying a house or going through something in the relationship sector. So they wanted to have quick answers to their questions. So we created the priority booking, which is a 30-minute, but she just opened up more availabilities in order for you to have a quicker appointment with her.
Okay, very good. And I asked, who did I ask? Man, I'm drawing a blank. Jenny Alicia. She's one of our moderators on the show, and she was also one of the judges for the Woo's Got Talent show, which is still on the somewhere in hyperspace. It's eventually going to make air here, but at any rate, Jenny also had a reading with Sophie, and she absolutely loved it. And she agreed to come on the screen to give us a live video testimonials with you guys. She couldn't make it, I believe, tomorrow night. Of course, it's St. Patty's tomorrow night, so people have cool plans and having fun tomorrow night.
Forget about that.
But she said rain check for sure. She'll be on at some point later down. And if you guys had a reading with Sophie also and you want to share those testimonials, maybe Jim Montgomery himself, let me know by email, and we'll try to arrange that for you guys as well. Okay, I think that's it for tonight. Somebody just said, JC, did I understand this right? Check Julie's channel count, please. Oh yeah, okay, let's go see. Okay, so we were at 2,830. Let's do a refresh. Ooh, 3,000. Wow.
Oh my God, that's so exciting. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Oh, wow, thank you so much. That's great. Wow. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And if you guys are watching this on replay, you're not off the hook. Please do go and subscribe also. Let's make it to 4,000. Why don't we? Yeah, that's amazing. Wow. So, LA Shiny, thank you so much. I appreciate the question. Wow, that's encouragement for everybody. Puts a smile on everybody's face. And you guys are just showing the love to Julie tonight. Really appreciate it. And of course, all the love for Janine. I love you guys. Okay, so guys, this was supposed to be a tarot reading by Janine. Of course, our heart goes out to her this evening. Instead, we were here to do a galactic odyssey with Julie and Jean-Claude, and we'll see you again tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern, if I can find it. Man, there you go. On Divine Feminine Oracles at 8 o'clock Eastern. I love you guys. Have a great evening, and we'll see you soon. Au revoir.
Au revoir.